Well, here we are today. I'm going to talk a little bit about fitness. I just finished running, and I'm going to talk a little bit about discipline, because running develops discipline. Going to the gym develops discipline. Pushing yourself a little farther past your comfort zone develops discipline in all aspects of your life, not just in training your physical body. In meditation, it's very difficult for most people to sit down or lie down, close their eyes, and do nothing, and try to quiet the mind. If you notice, almost everywhere you go, I go in people's houses all the time, they have to have something going. A radio, a TV, something to distract their attention from, guess what? From themselves, from their thoughts. People don't think about what they're thinking about. If you don't control your mind, it will be controlled by someone else with someone else's agenda. Whatever you put in is what you put out. Junk in, junk out. So you have to develop discipline in every aspect of your life, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Those things are all very intrinsically intertwined. You can be in the great physical shape, but yet your mind can be weak, even though you had the discipline to go to the gym, because you don't discipline your mind. It takes discipline in all aspects of your life. Did I want to go running this morning? No, I didn't. But I tell you, I ran for, 45, 47 years, 47. And I had an injury to my back, and I stopped running. Well, I kept lifting weights, but I stopped running. So I decided I wanted to start running again. And when I started out, I could only make it about a half a mile. And I thought, son of a bitch. I was extremely, I don't know if I want to say disappointed, maybe disillusioned. But anyway, so I can run about 2 miles now and back up to it. At one time, I could run 30 miles. I did a lot of triathlons, marathons, 10Ks, etc. Okay, but like everything else, if you don't use it, you lose it. But I thought once I started running again, I thought I never want to get in such a shape that I can't run a mile or two. Because I always prided myself, or it made me feel good about myself to know that if some shit went down and I had to move across land without any vehicles or anything like that, I could take off and go 10, 20, 30, 50 miles if I needed to. Farther than that if I could walk and run. And this gives a man a feeling of confidence, a sense of security from your inner self you get nowhere else. Now, how did I get to where I could do that? Through discipline, years of discipline, making myself do what I knew was best for me. I'm a little winded still, even though I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to make a video today. I've been really busy. I got a couple jobs going. I'm working today. It's Saturday. I don't usually work on Saturday, at least on the job, my construction deal. I usually spend the day, I got a show to do at 12 on the Dragon ship, and then tonight I have my podcast at 6 o'clock. And during the day I take care of other things that I don't have time to do during the week, paperwork type stuff, desk work. But I thought I'm going to put a video out and share this with you guys. Really all I have to is my experience, strength, and hope to share with you guys. So no matter where you are, I don't care if you're sitting in Cheeto dust and you're 100 pounds overweight or 200 pounds overweight, you can get out and walk a block. And that reminds me, there's 3 people living down the street from me. They were severely, grossly obese, overweight. And I see them walking and they've lost weight, but they were so heavy, you wouldn't know it unless you knew it, because I saw them before. They probably lost 100 pounds. They couldn't hardly get up and down the steps. And they were young, maybe in their late 20s, early 30s. And I had compassion for them because I too once had a weight problem. I never got that big, but the eating problem, and I weigh about 156 right now probably. I was 184. Man, I felt terrible. But through discipline, I was able to get a handle on that, and I don't have that compulsion to overeat anymore. And through realizing that I couldn't will myself not to stop eating, I had to work on the inner shit inside of me that I was trying to cover up with food. I used to try to cover it up with drugs and alcohol, and I used food and sex and many other things. But when you recognize you have a problem, that's why I don't think it's a good idea for us to tell everybody, you're okay if you're 100 or 200 pounds overweight. You're beautiful just the way you are. Well, we're all beautiful, regardless of what we look like on the outside, but it's extremely unhealthy, and psychologically it's damaging to the inner person, regardless of what they say on the outside, the way they act. No one wants to carry that bondage around. I mean, go pick up a 25-pound weight and carry that around for just 5 minutes. And many people are carrying so much more than that. But do you know what they're really carrying? It's not the weight. The weight is a representation of the weight they have inside of them. The weight of the guilt, the shame, the remorse, the anger, the resentment. All these things are weights that bind us, that block our power off from within us to becoming what we truly desire to be. And then we eat or we drink or we do drugs to cover that up so we feel good. At least we feel good while we're eating or while we're drinking or while we're doing the drugs or smoking or whatever it happens to be. But then the inevitable time comes when it doesn't work, and it creates more and more tonnage within yourself. So remember, use your discipline just a little bit at a time. Get up off your chair and walk to the end of the street and back. Just, that's it, or walk halfway there. Just take your time and do that. And then get up the next day and make yourself do it again. And when you feel up to it, walk a little bit farther. And then maybe one Sunday you can start running or start going to the gym. Every day you do this makes you feel better about yourself. And even if you come home and you eat an extra donut because you think, well, I walked a couple blocks. Don't let that stop you, because I experienced that too. Just keep pressing on, keep moving forward, and you will be led to what you need to do to get rid of that weight inside of you. And when you get rid of that, what's on the outside will take care of itself. All right? Check us out today on the Dragon Ship at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're talking about the iron rules of Rollo Tomasi. Take care.